I'm from a city called Santa Monica in California. That's where Stephen Miller's from. And he went to the same high school as my children did, right around the same age. Stephen Miller was almost booted from the school for his racist speech on school in Santa Monica High. Santa Monica High had to make a special space for him because of his racist comments. The other students didn't accept him. He was ostracized by the students at Santa Monica High, and he was always this far right thinking person, and he was influenced by Alex Jones and these far right conspiracy theorists that are in California, that are broadcasting out of Nevada, Arizona, and California. These radical conspiracy theorist radio stations, that's what radicalized him. But the city of Santa Monica and Santa Monica High had to actually locate a space for him to do his racist speech, to keep the place so-called free speech zone for him, because he had that kind of attitude from the beginning.
And what was the response in Santa Monica when that happened?
Well, no one liked it. I mean, the kids were all against it. The kids, he would show up to school and spout racist comments. It's at least 50% Latino population in the school, Santa Monica High, and there's African Americans. It's people of color are well over 50% of Santa Monica High, and he would use racist comments. He would spout racist ideas. He would be calling out. He would call for closing borders and deporting anyone of color. He was very racist even then.
So how has that played out in his position in the Trump administration?
Well, I'm very surprised that his background has not come out and been exposed more. If anyone would go to they put him on tape in Santa Monica, on videotape, because of his racist comments in our school, to catch him and to try and stop him from being able to speak like that. And I'm very surprised that he's still part of this administration. He should be banned from any kind of political party.
And so how does Stephen Miller compare to other members of the Trump cabinet? Can we talk about some?
Well, I mean, like, for example, Jeff Sessions, he's clearly had racist ideas because he was not allowed to be associate justice from Alabama. In his hearings, he was denied, which is very unusual. He was not allowed to be a attorney general in the state of Alabama. He's a very divisive person. There's many people like him in the Trump administration. Betsy DeVos, very racist comments that have come out of her mouth in previous lifetimes. Not in her role as Secretary of Education. It's time to weed out these extremists, these religious extremists. They're all very far right religious extremists, and it's time to weed them out, call them out, just like they want to call out terrorists overseas. We need to call out these terrorists in our own regime.
And what can people do to call these people out in their own communities, specifically people who might not have experience with radical action?
Well, do like the kids did at Santa Monica High. The kids at Santa Monica High ostracized him, this Stephen Miller. They talked down to him when he would spout his racist ideas. They would shout over him, and they would say, "No, we're not going to listen to this racist bullshit." And they went to the administration of the school and of the city and said, "You need to put him in an isolated space so that he can use his racist comments."
And can you tell me about what you're wearing today?
Today I'm Lady Liberty. I'm showing what the true Lady Liberty stood for. Refugees welcome, asylees welcome, immigrants welcome. Anybody that wants to, all you need to do is take an airplane ride one time from New York to Los Angeles. There are hundreds of thousands of square kilometers in this country that have nobody in them, that people would love to be able to have a piece of land, have a piece of something, that they could be in a free country. We need to make our country free again.
Thank you, Tighe.
Thank you.
No war!